Hey, what's up? It's me. I'm your nosy neighbor lady. This your nosy neighbor lady show. Excuse me. I had to. You know. But there's a trend on TikTok, and it's called "Everybody's Broke and Tired." And I remember a long time ago they said that the rich would get richer and the poor would get poorer. But with this being America, are there people who create businesses and make really great money? Yes. Are there people who go viral? Who knew viral would be a thing? Are there people who have other incomes to supplement their main income? Yes. And I don't know if it's because we have the internet that everybody can like moan and groan and complain together. But I remember there always being times looking back when I remember all of a sudden I couldn't maintain my lifestyle. The last time this happened to me actually was in 2019. I don't know if it was because I was going through a thing or were times really changing. And sometimes times do change. And a lot of people are like, how can I make it alone? And how can I make it being single? And I can't make it. We live in this new internet society where, men against men and men against women and women against men. But a lot of people don't know that. And I hate to sound like, I don't know, like a conservative, I guess. But if people had nuclear families or two-parent households, you could survive better. And some people are like, well, I am with somebody and I can't survive better. No, a lot of people who are black women, which is what my channel is about, are the breadwinners of their families. A lot of black women might have a man, but he's not helping her, or he's not working and he's unemployed. And you're like, how can I keep going on like this? For one, you have to downgrade your lifestyle. For two, if you fucking with a nigga, they say 50-50. That 50-50 shit is so dead and not real. People are not doing 50-50 in black relationships. Black women are fronting that bill and paying the majority of the bill. And these niggas is couch surfing house to house, depending on which woman he like or whose sister, mama, cousin gonna let him stay. Or they living with a girl until they fall out or find out he cheating, where he's never given anything. That's why this new look, I'm just focusing on, I didn't get too comfortable with y'all, but that's why this new find you a black king stuff is so depressing, because it's like setting black women up for failure, really. Because it's like, if you want to find somebody to be in love with, that is so fine and so awesome if love is there. But a lot of people be with people for money. These roommate relationships that people have, which are really not roommate relationships, I just feel bad for black women and how they don't tell you when you single you gotta do everything alone. Like my money, living on my own for a long time, my money has never been my money. That's why I say I'm cheap and broke, or I'm frugal. I am cheap and broke, and that's the only way I survive. That's the only way I make it. The only way I make it is by cutting corners. And I've never been a side hustle girl, and the only way I make it too is with help from men. Just being honest, this is actually really the first time in my life over these past 4 years where I really have not had a man's help. And not because they living with me, just because they like me and want to help me and don't want to see me out on the streets. You know what I'm saying? And we live in this new culture where you don't need a man, you don't need a man. Yeah, people used to say they didn't need a man all the time, but they still had a man somewhere. Or they did hair on the side. Or they had, what they call it, I call it Nate, I'm in the band money. You know what I'm saying? From Set It Off. That's what I call it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, because with this shunning and shaming of sex work or sex for money, you're not a sex worker if a man wants to like you and pursue you and have sex with you and you want something for your time. That's not sex work. You're not a prostitute, girl. We just did, or black women calling other black women prostitutes or something. We just did something like that or something about prostitution. But it's just like, It's just so many unrealistic expectations that people are placing on themselves. Because when I was young, in my first apartment, I used to go to this church who used to help me with my electric bill. And I only had all electric apartment. Yeah. So it's just like, that's why I don't like black women's stories, because they don't be keeping it 100. They don't keep it all the way funky. You know what I'm saying? They want a piece and half and make like they just self-made. A lot of black women want to act self-made, and which a lot of black women are self-made, but that church used to help me with my electric bill. This man over here used to help me with my gas bill or whatever it was. Or like if I wanted to go out, or if I wanted to buy a drink or whatever. Women, that's why it's just so fucking aggravating. But anyway, there are always times in American history where you can't afford stuff. And now that we're finding that more people are choosing to be single, now more than ever. And I'm not shunning you or say you should get a man, or you should do what you want to do. I'm just being real and talking honest. Okay? Because even with these jokes online or on Instagram, which I see these videos. Matter of fact, I just seen one on Instagram where the two girls were roommates. And they was like, when rent due and you ain't got the money, and they got like this old man dancing in like this, looking real nasty and old and ugly, and that's a real part of life. I hate to break the news to you. I never had to fuck a landlord, luckily, for to do something strange for my rent. But yeah, I remember having my very first house. I remember I had this creepy ass maintenance man, and one day he just whipped out some money. It was like $60. And I was like, for one, I'm insulted that you think I'm worth $60. And for two, I'm going to tell them people that never seen you back to my fucking house. It freaked me out. But this is a real dynamic. Even one of my cousins was like, girl, you should have got that money. And I was thinking, $60 though? What the fuck was that going to do? But back then, what was that back then? What was 60? I don't think $60 was doing shit in my house back then. But it might have did. I don't know. But either way, people don't talk about this type of stuff. That's why I'm a ghettoologist, hoodologist, trapologist, went to a few colleges. Whether y'all like what I say or agree with it, that does not mean that it's not a real dynamic going on somewhere. It's just stuff people don't be honest and share. And even I was thinking about Tokyo Toni in China. When y'all think about Tokyo Toni, when she doing this twerking and all this stuff, she was a professional sex worker. What did she do? Give all those tools to her daughter. And her daughter made a phenomenal career off of selling pussy and sucking dick. We curse on this show. This show is 18 and older. And that's why it's like, we could joke about OnlyFans. We could joke about selling coochie or whatever. But the T is, that's a skill set. That's not for everybody. People can say, oh, black women want you to be whores and prostitutes. Ain't no bunch of black women just finna go out here and be whores and prostitutes because it ain't in us like that. You got to be trained for that shit. Or either brutally molested where you in that lifestyle. And a lot of girls who walk the tracks or walk the streets and sell ass, a lot of them come from bad homes. They start when they was, well, a lot of us come from bad, well, not bad homes, but dysfunction, but they come from extremely bad homes and extremely bad backgrounds, and they start when they was young. A lot of times their mama introduced them to the lifestyle. Even watching the white underbelly, all those girls, a lot of those girls are young girls and getting that stuff when they young. So if y'all think y'all just finna like jump out here and be an OnlyFans girl and put your body on the internet, that shit takes courage and a skill set, okay? Which I don't have, just being honest. But that's why it's like, with all these women saying that they want somebody to take care of them and love them and they want to be a stay-at-home wife. You can be a stay-at-home wife. It's possible. But a lot of women who are stay-at-home wives, a lot of them had a career prior to that. Or they work from home. A lot of those women work from home. Or a man fell in love with them when they were young and moldable and malleable. When you're young in a relationship, you are more likely to care and have love for a man and do what a man wants. The older you get, the more you want what the fuck you want. It don't matter how good you look. It really don't. You can be cute, you could be fly, but is a man gonna want to hear your mouth and your shit every fucking day, all fucking day? And do what the fuck you want him to do. Because if women thinking that men are just gonna take care of you, and you're not gonna do what the fuck he wants you to do, that's a fucking lie. That's a fucking lie. And that's just point blank period. Even the one guy, y'all know Messy C as Nick at Night always find Messy C, and I'm a fan of Messy C at this point. I'm so sorry, y'all. But he was like, I was taking care of everything, I was paying for everything. She was telling me she wasn't gonna clean up. And it's a gay man. But she telling me she ain't gonna clean up. When you stay at home, even when my first kid dad I lived with, I used to clean up. Then sometime I didn't. But he loved me. So, and then I wasn't a cheater, or I wasn't trying to, I didn't have a lot of friends and go out with shit. It was a very isolated life. I couldn't go no fucking where. I couldn't do fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's like, some of this shit sound real cute and cool on the internet, but it's just not real life. And it's just like, all this eating out, all these name brand foods, you know what I'm saying? All these name brand clothes, all that. I've never been a name brand clothes girl. And then I was just lucky to come up in a time too where when I was having my kids, kids didn't have to wear name brand shoes. Yeah, black people still do Jordans and all that stupid shit. Well, I'm not saying Jordan's stupid. He actually a fucking genius, all the money he didn't get. But we was able to go to Target and get some little cute shoes, and nobody cared. Even my son, when he just went out of town, he didn't know his shoes was some off-brand shoes. We got him. He always get him a pair at like Walmart, and then we'll get a pair at like the Shoe Carnival or Foot Locker or something. But they go to a white school or a mixed school with all kind of people, so they don't know shit about that. We don't glorify that type of shit in my house. I just want to be clean and look nice and presentable. So it's just like whatever. But it's just like, even with this, oh, I gotta live with my parents forever, it's like you gotta do what it takes to get out there and get that money and go to work and get 2 jobs or find a spouse. Now if y'all is just so focused on a black spouse, I just never move out your parents' house. You know what I'm saying? Because is there a black man somewhere who's going 50-50? Yeah, 1 or 2. But the other ones are unemployed and don't work and usually mooching off of women. And I know people who in relationships that they've been in relationships forever and can't stand each other. But they know they can't leave each other because they know that they depend on each other financially. Even like my mom was a single parent. She owned her house. She owned her house. You know what I'm saying? It's in the hood. But she owned her house. Like even me, I knew I didn't want a house because I knew I didn't want to do the upkeep and the maintenance, and I didn't have nobody I trusted to work on my house if I did get a house. So a house dream that I might have, could have, did have, I lost it because I'm like, I wouldn't have nobody to keep the maintenance up. I don't have no man or nobody I trust. Out of all the lovers and the brothers and all this, I don't trust nobody for no shit like that. So I threw that dream out the window. Just being honest. And then as I grew, even now, I would like me a RV or a little mobile home, and I'll go live at the mobile home park when I get older. I'm not going to be ashamed. If I ain't got no money, I'm not finna be trying to live above my means. And they talk about it all the time, people trying to live above their means. Just to show out for somebody else. Who are you showing out for? Who are you trying to prove something to? And it's just like, yeah, everything is going up, and it's ridiculous. Move to a place where the cost of living is lower. When you living in big cities and all this stuff is high. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, or figure out how to use people like black men do. They go pretend they're in love with a woman for a little while. Just seen a video. The girl was like, you're sleeping with my best friend. He was tired of her. And he knew he needed a plan to go playing. So he started fucking her friend, and he's going to go live with the friend now. I mean, I could do that cheat, dog. Matter of fact, it was so funny because in that video, she said, I got you that job. Why you ain't at work? I got you that job. When you getting a man a job and making him do this and this and that he don't want to do, you just wasting your time. Just fuck them and discard them if y'all this in love with these niggas, or if y'all want them so bad. Have sex with them and keep on moving. Don't move them in. Because now that's double the groceries you got to buy. Now that's double the air being used. When you at work, your electricity is off. Your gas is off when you at work. Unless you run it off. Like me, I run my shit continuously whether I'm here or not. Because I don't like to have to cool the house down. I don't like to have to heat it up because I got kids. But if I was single, fuck yeah, I'd probably turn it off and shit everything off and stuff. But when you got kids, I don't want my kids on no cold floor. You know what I'm saying? Feet cold. But I remember when I was young, some people's houses, you would go over their house and shit. They mama never had a heat on, or they mama heat so low, your ass freezing and shit. Because she want to save money on the electric bill and shit. Yeah, or the gas bill. Yeah. People cut corners. And it's just sad that people not black, honest with black women. And then too, like even one girl was like, yeah, I own my house, I'm a homeowner. The bank own them people's house until they pay their house off. The bank forever. People who pay mortgages, mortgage ain't nothing but another form of rent. And are you willing to invest some mortgages are cheaper than some rents in some cases, depending on your credit. But it's just like 25 and 30 years, that's another reason I gave up a house dream. Because I say if I want a new house, 25 to 30 years, paying somebody ain't no shit I want. So it's just like black people just don't be honest with black women, or black women not honest with other black women about what's really going on. I know a girl right now, she know her husband gay, they together and in love still. They done been together for probably about 18 to 20 years. Got married right out of high school. She know that man gay. Where's she going? They live a good life. They got the kid together. They live a good life. But see, black women just ain't honest about these relationships, and it's just leading other black women astray. And y'all thinking motherfuckers living American dreams and shit. There's really fucking nightmares. And what else? I wrote down some people do make too much money to get food stamps. Because I remember this black girl, we did a case on her where they was going to give her 27 years for going to another state to get Medicare for her kids. Because she couldn't get in that state because her income, but in the other state that was on the state line, she could get Medicare. People doing I don't know if they gave her 27 years, Lord. I hope they didn't give her 27 years. But even with this, these eviction rates and this homelessness and women getting more homeless now more than ever, you know, I just hate the black community don't equip black women, but it's black women's job to equip black women, because black men don't have shit to own shit or do shit. And if they did know something, they not gonna tell black women how to make it or survive. But it's just like, to me, get them money and finance books. Find out what they know. Find out what these people know. You know, y'all go, all these people doing these businesses online, figure out what's yours. I do this. I don't get paid. I might not get paid. I don't know. But this was my business plan. So if this don't work out, I'm going to have to figure out something else, which you best to believe I am. And I will. Because they say a lot of businesses that first business owner, all people who start a business always had a business that failed first. I'm not like, oh, I got all this stuff and tools and stuff. No, I'm learning along the way. But it's just like a lot of people, even with people going to the store and stealing groceries, some of the people who work at these stores are like, I understand why they stealing groceries. So I don't worry about it no way. And then they tell them to leave the people alone anyway. So it's just like all the things that people not telling y'all about how to survive in this world, or how have black women survived in this world before when times got hard. And just being honest, yeah, niggas ain't got no money, but the majority of my life in relationships was with niggas. So when I needed help, I got niggas who would help me. I didn't fucking go fuck broke ass niggas who didn't do shit for me. Now, have I fucked broke men? Yes, I have. I'm not gonna act like never, never, never. But the ones who I kept in my life was ones who was gonna help me. That's why even now, if I find a man or like, well, he's not gonna be black, but if I find a man or like a man, he gonna fucking help me. You think I'm finna be out here talking about I'm trying to find a husband in love? And I'm not saying there ain't nothing wrong with wanting a husband. Nothing wrong with wanting a husband, but be realistic. I even know one girl, she was a stripper, and she's like, I want a husband. If you really think you stripping and gonna find a husband, baby, you something wrong with your mind a little bit, baby. And you can't really tell her, but you want to tell her, but you really can't, cause everybody know everything nowadays. Ain't no man just wifing up no stripper unless you the best stripper in the world or the best porn star in the world, like that guy Adam 22 got that girl. That girl is one of the best porn star girls somewhere because people know her. I don't know how big she is because I don't watch porn, and if I do, I don't watch white women porn. But a motherfucker invest in you like that, but that girl bringing something to the table. If she was some little porn whore that did 1 or 2 movies, he not gonna fucking invest in her. And y'all talking, oh she, like even her people like, oh she let him fuck that guy. He got her so he could exploit her. But you know, women just see stuff so one way and one sided. And especially black women not knowing how other people work, not knowing how relationships work, not knowing how marriage work, not knowing anything about anything, and just speak on stuff like it make all this sense. A lot of them women who don't cam up and be in circles, and not all of them, but a lot of them be in circles, they be in their mama house telling y'all what the fuck to do. They be in their mama house telling y'all what the fuck to do. They get online when they man not home and he with his other girlfriend and tell y'all what the fuck to do. And y'all be listening to this shit like it's gold. And I'm not saying y'all shouldn't listen to who y'all want to listen to, but y'all need to get some discernment. Y'all like to say discernment and ain't got none. And even a lot of women, you don't need a man, you don't need a man. They got money. They got money. They got money. They work good careers. They got good jobs. Shit, half of them work on here. They got money. They gonna tell you don't need a man to get away from men. They got money. They really don't need no man. Do I want a man just to be like, oh, I got a man? No, if I want a man, it's because I want to be taken out and I want some money. It ain't because I want somebody to talk to. I talk to myself. But I don't know how y'all feel about this video. I don't care. Y'all know we just pushing it and going through the motions, and y'all mad at me anyway. It's not funny, but y'all know it's a troll bitch in me who live inside of me, and girl, I'm sorry y'all. I'm sorry y'all mad. Y'all gonna have to get over it. I get over it. When I'm mad at y'all, I get over it. I can't tell y'all how long it's gonna take for y'all to heal and get over it. I give y'all choices around here. Oh, girl. But I will see you. We want to be you. I want you to be yourself. And stay innovative and creative. And I will see you later. Bye.